I've always been someone fascinated with compasses, their ability to point toward magnetic north. But unless you've been around compasses very much, you understand that magnetic north is not the same as true north. For us to find true north, it is a little more complicated and having to figure out the magnetic angle of declination, and it's quite a complicated thing to find true north. When we think about the North Star, it gets us much closer to true north. But even that is going to require us, if we're going to really find true north, to have some kind of GPS system, something that is a satellite outside of our realm that gives us clarity on where we are in this realm. I think that is how God often works in this process of helping us align ourselves with Him. We need Him outside of us, His standard, His ways that are different than our ways, because if we are relying on ourselves, we will not be following true north. We will possibly not even be close to magnetic north. So we really need Him to help us. Now, we all know that if you're in a GPS system with a vehicle and you take a wrong turn, it lets you know, and then it says recalculating. It is still trying its best to get you back on track to follow the direction you need to go to get to your destination. I want us to think about this simple question. How does God want to express Himself in you and your life, in your community, your circle of influence in this particular day and age? You can't go back 5 years. You can't go to another community and try to do it there. In the real world that you are in, what does God's true north for you look like? Jesus said, I am the light of the world. He says this in John 8. But then He also says in Matthew chapter 5, you, His disciples, His followers, you are the light of the world. And that we are to take His light and allow it to shine through us to make an impact on the people around us. There's a gap between what we talked about this last lesson about reality. It's about the first responsibility is defining reality and realizing our reality is not God's design for us. Well, this step is beginning to see what is in that gap and moving towards how we can align ourselves with the light of Jesus so that His light is in us and that it can point other people to Him.